Alright, this is a good point to give you guys my first tip for doing wedding shows, and that is to bring something. Bring a setup. You are spending money on this wedding show, and people are spending money to come see you. You better have something that says, I'm a DJ. Now, that doesn't mean bring speakers, but you could bring like your mixer, have it on display, bring lighting. Lighting is very awesome. Bring lighting. If you got lighting, bring lighting. You want to bring something. You want to have something in your booth. You want to have something cool. Mock it up before you go to the show. Or, this is something I highly recommend, go set up the day before. You should always go set up the day before if it's an option. If they don't have the option, ask them if it is an option, because 9 times out of 10 they'll let you go set up the day before. They'll basically be like, we have no security to watch your stuff, but I mean, no one's gonna be in there, so you don't have to worry about that. But go set up the day before, because you really don't need that stress the day of the show. Setting up all of your stuff in the morning, you're gonna be tired. You don't want to be setting up in the morning. You don't want the stress of like hurrying up to finish your setup and getting stuff out of the way. You only got like a 10 by 10 booth, and you got to get all your bags and stuff out of there. It's just a pain in the ass, and everyone else is doing it at the same time as you. So if you can go set up the day before, like I'm doing right now, go do it, because you're gonna have way less stress the day of the show, and way less stress when you're setting up in general. All right, now because I know you guys want to see the setup that I used, let's go to some clips showing off the setup. Okay, so we talked about game plan, we talked about setting up early, we talked about the setup I actually use, so you guys get a reference for what I use. Now I want to kind of tell you guys a little bit about some tips for during the show. Tip number 1 is be prepared. Make sure you got in your head what the game plan is. Do some practice talking to yourself. If you got another person in the show, like with you as a partner, do your spiel back and forth to each other.